Welcome back, fellow expats, adventurers, and those aspiring to become one. In our last video, we started our conversation about the top culprits of culture shock, with plenty of examples. If you have not watched that video, please go back and watch it first. The link is in the description below. Culprit number 2. The rhythm of life. Every place has its own tempo, its own rhythm for daily life. And when your internal rhythm is a frantic drum solo and the local rhythm is a slow, relaxed ukulele strum, things can get tense. Welcome to the concept of rubber time. In Indonesia, they call it jam carrot. In the Philippines, it's Filipino time. It's the idea that time is flexible, fluid, and not something to be ruthlessly controlled. An appointment at 2 p.m. might mean 2:15, 2:45, or maybe even 3 o'clock. For someone from Germany, Japan, or the US, where punctuality is a sign of respect, this can feel like a personal insult. But it's not. It's a cultural difference in priorities. The relationship with the person you're meeting, the unexpected chat with a neighbor you bumped into on the way, the sudden downpour of rain, all these things are often given more importance than the arbitrary number on a clock. The goal is to get there, not necessarily to get there on time. This flexible approach to time often extends to bureaucracy. Oh, the bureaucracy! Getting a visa, opening a bank account, and a long list of tasks. These are the true rites of passage for any expat. You'll be told to bring documents A, B, and C. You show up with pristine copies of A, B, and C, only to be told you actually need document D, which no one mentioned, and you can only get it from an office on the other side of town that closes in 10 minutes. It's maddening. It feels inefficient and illogical, but there is a logic to it. It's just not your logic. The key is to surrender. Don't fight it. Assume every task will take 3 times longer and require twice as many trips as you expect. Pack snacks, a book, and an ocean of patience. You'll get there eventually, and the victory will be all the sweeter. Culprit number 3. The sensory overload. Living in a new country is an assault on the senses, in both the best and most overwhelming ways. Let's start with taste and smell. Yes, the food in Southeast Asia is a global treasure. The pho in Vietnam, the nasi lemak in Malaysia, the adobo in the Philippines, it's all incredible. But your palate gets tired. Some days, you just want a simple sandwich on bread that isn't sweet, or a block of cheese that doesn't cost a king's ransom. You'll miss the comfort foods from home with an ache you didn't know was possible. And then there are the smells. The sweet scent of jasmine and frangipani is intoxicating. The smoky aroma of sauté grilling over charcoal is heaven. But then there's the king of fruit, the durian. To its fans, it's a creamy, complex delight. To its detractors, it smells like a gas leak in a gym sock factory. Walking past the durian stall in Singapore for the first time is a sensory experience you will never, ever forget. The sounds are another thing. The constant, energetic hum of a city like Bangkok is part of its charm. But the ceaseless roar of motorbikes, the street hawkers with their megaphones, the roosters crowing at 4 a.m. in a residential neighborhood, it can wear you down. In Muslim countries like Malaysia or Indonesia, the call to prayer echoing from the mosques is hauntingly beautiful. But if you're a light sleeper and your apartment is right next to a loudspeaker, that 5:30 a.m. call can be a rough start to the day. Even hygiene standards can be a shock. You might see a beloved street food vendor in Cambodia dunking bowls into a communal bucket of water. Your brain screams, germs! But you see a line of happy, healthy locals eating the best noodles of their lives. You have to learn to recalibrate your definition of clean and trust the local judgment. A little bit of street-side grime is often just part of the recipe for deliciousness. Culprit number 4, the social maze. How we relate to each other is deeply cultural, and this is where you can make the most embarrassing and hilarious mistakes. In the West, we're often raised with a strong sense of individualism. Your life is your own, your business is your own. In most of Southeast Asia, the opposite is true. Society is collectivistic. The group, the family, the community, the company is more important than the individual. This shows up in the concept of family. Your family isn't just your parents and siblings. It's your aunts, uncles, cousins, second cousins, and the grandmother of the guy who lives down the street. When a Filipino colleague says they need to miss work for a family emergency, it might be because their distant nephew has a school event. This isn't an excuse. It's a legitimate and important family obligation. Hierarchy is also huge. You do not talk to your boss the same way you talk to your friend. You show deference to elders. You use honorifics like Pak for a man and Ibu for a woman in Indonesia as a sign of respect. Forgetting this can be a major faux pas. And then there are the million tiny social rules. In Thailand, you never ever point your feet at someone, as the feet are considered the lowest, dirtiest part of the body. You don't touch someone's head, which is considered sacred. When you enter a home or a temple, you take off your shoes. Personal space? Forget about it. You will be packed into a train in Manila or a market in Ho Chi Minh City tighter than you ever thought possible. And personal questions aren't always seen as intrusive. Are you married? How much is your rent? Why don't you have children? These questions, which might make a Westerner squirm, are often just a way of showing interest and trying to find common ground. You've got this, turning shock into strength. Okay, so we've talked about the confusion, the frustration, the smells, and the awkward moments. It can sound like a lot. You might be thinking, why would anyone put themselves through this? Here's why. Because every single one of these challenges is a doorway to a deeper understanding of the world and of yourself. In the next video, we will dive deep into a method we developed to manage all these culprits. It will give the tools to decode a culture and blend just like a local. Please like and share with fellow expats and dreamers. Drop us your funniest story and down in the comments. And until then, keep the flame burning.